What's up, guys? My name is Gabe and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is the TCU game preview. Now, I'm going to be honest. With the amount of opt-outs and transfers and injuries and all that, this game is probably going to be an absolute shit show, as is this game preview. I'm going to do my best to preview these two teams as effectively as I can. How is that actually going to go? That remains to be seen. But of course, before we do get into it, guys, if you are enjoying the videos, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And by the time this comes out, I'm not sure, we'll probably either be like 10 subs away from 13,000 or we will have passed it. Regardless, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton, helps push us on forward to that goal of 20,000. So, appreciate you guys being here. Now let's get into it. Okay, so let's meet the TCU Horned Frogs, at least what's left of them. They are led by head coach Sonny Dykes. They had that miraculous year in 2022 when they got to the playoffs, beat Michigan, and then what happened to them at the hands of Georgia? I'm pretty sure it's illegal in like 48 states, so we don't need to revisit that. But it's kind of been up and down ever since. They went 5-7 the year following, and then in 2024 they went 9-4, and then this year they're 8-4. So they seem to have found themselves in that middling part of the Big 12. Their wins this year, they don't have anything notable. Their only wins coming over North Carolina, garbage. Abilene Christian, garbage. SMU, pretty much garbage. Colorado, garbage. Baylor, garbage. West Virginia, garbage. Houston, garbage. Cincinnati, garbage. And they lost to Arizona State, Kansas State, really bad loss. Iowa State, and BYU. So is this a real quality TCU team? Not really. Not in terms of what we've faced on a weekly basis in the Big Ten. When you look at the gap between the Power 2 and everybody else, this is really where you start to see it. But when it comes time to bowl season, like if we had played TCU in week 4, I think we beat them by 17 points, 20 points maybe. But with it being bowl season, with all the opt-outs, with how many players are missing, who the hell knows? Your guess is as good as mine. When it comes to betting this game, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. In terms of who's missing for TCU, their star quarterback, Josh Hoover, is going to be out. That's one of the more talented quarterbacks in the country. He's in the portal. He's going to go to a really big school, maybe Oregon, maybe Indiana. Wait and see on that. But yeah, he's a legitimate top-end quarterback, super talented. He's the best player on their team, hands down. So him not being there is a massive, massive deal. And that's even amplified when you're talking about the quarterback position. So the starting quarterback for TCU is going to be senior Ken Seals. 6'3", 220. On the year, he's got 6 passing attempts, 24 yards, and a pick. So yeah, looking at his history, this guy did play quite a bit of football at Vanderbilt from 2020 to 2023. His best year was in 23, 58.7 completion percentage, 1,183 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 picks. And then he's been a backup these last 2 years at TCU. So he's in his 5th year of college football. He's played a lot, been around the block a few times. But at least on paper, definitely not someone you need to be worrying about. This is by far the biggest quarterback advantage we would have had all year. And Jade Mayava against our opponent I'm talking about. And Jade Mayava against Ken Seals. And man, this could come back to bite me in the ass big time. Hope I'm not jinxing anything. I'm knocking on wood. You guys can't hear it because of my mic settings, but I am. Ken Seals is just untalented. Wildly untalented. That's the honest truth. If we allow him to cook us, then we've got some really big questions to be asking of the defensive staff. The only way that could possibly happen is if D'Anton Lynn is going to Penn State, he has his foot out the door already, he's not paying attention, he's not focused, something like that. Because if we get cooked by Ken Seals, I just don't know, guys. I really don't. But another massive blow for TCU, probably their second best player. Their leading receiver, Eric McAllister, is also out for this game. He hurt his foot in practice. He's not going to be able to play. Massive, massive blow for them. And look, I know when you look up and down our roster, you have Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane. You have a lot of guys that aren't going to be playing, but we're so much more talented. We really are. There's no excuse for us to be losing this game. I think the chance to get to 10 wins is actually a pretty big deal. I think that's extremely positive for the program, something we haven't done since 2022. And if we show up and we're ready to play and we care about this game, we're going to win, in my opinion. But if we show up like we did in South Bend, where we just look indifferent for whatever reason. And you guys heard Jaden Walker after that game saying how we just didn't practice right. We didn't prepare properly. No one was intense. If that happens again, then yeah, we could lose this game. But in my opinion, we're too far along in the Lincoln Riley tenure for things like that to be happening. 10 wins is a benchmark of a good program. We're 9-3. We should not be losing this game. Looking over at DraftKings, we are currently a 6.5 point favorite. Feels a little low. We'll see. The analytics matchup predictor on ESPN has us at a 69.8% chance to win. I mean, I'm just looking at our roster. And again, I get that there's players missing. I really do. But you're going to have Tanook Hines. You're going to have King Miller. Wayman Jordan should be back as well. That's arguably the best running back duo in the country for me. Having Jade Mayava is as big as anything. Now, the O-line, that's going to be a little patchy. We'll see how that looks. You're going to be out Elijah Page. Going to be out Killian O'Connor as well. Defensively, you're going to be missing Eric Gentry. Going to be missing Kamari Ramsey, Anthony Lucas, Bishop Fitzgerald. So we're going to be down some dudes. There's no doubt about that. But in my opinion, there's enough talent here. This is an inferior opponent any way you look at it from a lower tier conference. We're USC. We're in Los Angeles. Shout out to Sean Foster. We are in the Big Ten Conference. We played a gauntlet of a schedule this year, and we're going to do the same thing next year. You got to win these games, man. You got to get to 10 wins. And looking at my score prediction, I think SC is going to show up. I think we're going to give a damn. I think Lincoln Riley knows what 10 wins mean to a program like USC that's right at the precipice of taking that next step. But man, you got to close. This isn't just a meaningless bowl game. 9-4 and 10-3 are very, very different outcomes. I think we're going to end the year on a positive note. I think Jaden's going to have a lot of fun slinging the ball down the field. I think King Miller and Wayman are going to complement each other so well. And I have USC winning this game 45-28. So as always, guys, I would love to hear from you. Give me your score predictions down below. Do you think I'm being too optimistic? Do you think I'm not being optimistic enough? Please do let me know. And yeah, can't wait to see this game. Can't wait to see all the young guys that are going to be playing for us. And yeah, please like and subscribe. You guys are all awesome. And as always, take care and fight on. Beat the Horned Frogs.